I'm not sure how long this is going to take, but this is going to be a raw video of my fitness journey and my journey in general and how it led to me becoming the person I am today. I'm not going to cut anything from this video. I'm just going to talk as if I was talking to you as a friend or someone who needs help with their own fitness journey. And so let's get straight into it. I've also prepared some notes on my phone just to kind of give me some sort of direction and framework to this. So if you see me looking at my phone, that is exactly why. So I'm going to give you a brief explanation of my journey within fitness in the next 30 seconds and just the overall background. So when I started my fitness journey, I was extremely skinny. I was self-conscious. I probably weighed, I would say, about 60 kilograms at the time, and I'm not necessarily a very tall person, 5'10", right? And so I was extremely self-conscious. Going through school, I definitely had my fair share of bullying to a certain extent. Of course, I don't want to make this into a massive sob story of how I was bullied and, you know, the classic rhetoric that people come up with in the fitness space, but I would say I was bullied to an extent, and that definitely negatively affected my self-confidence and the way I carried myself. And I just wanted to fit in with the other people that were extremely sporty and athletic in my school, especially being 15 to 16 years of age. This is the point where a lot of people during that age, they take more of an interest in lifting weights, they go to the gym more, they want to look better ultimately, right? That's kind of what young men want to do, and I guess young women too. And I then started to think, okay, what can I do instead of going to the gym? Because I hated the idea of going to the gym and exposing myself and my weaknesses and the fact that I was skinny, and I didn't even want people to look at me, and I hated the idea that people would look at me and know that I wanted to improve myself because I wasn't happy with myself. You might relate to that. And so really what I did was start working out in my room, and I looked at YouTube videos online of bodyweight exercises, and I found this really cool style of training called calisthenics. Oops, that's how you know this is raw. And through starting calisthenics, I developed a love for it because I didn't have to be in front of anyone. I could train from home. I could do essentially what I wanted to do without fear of judgment, and I could still build the body that I wanted to, right? I started off with no abdominal muscles whatsoever, just a flat stomach, no muscle in my chest, my shoulders, my arms, nothing, right? I did sports as a kid for sure, tennis, football, cricket, and I was pretty athletic, but I never really worked on lifting weights or any type of resistance training, nothing. And so I started doing this, and it really changed my life because I built more confidence. You can even see through mirror pictures of me going from a couple months into a year into 2 years in that I developed more confidence in the way that I carried myself. My posture was better, and I started to take care of myself more because I realized that I'm not just given the cards I'm dealt with, in a sense. There's always more you can improve on in yourself. No matter what genetics you have, no matter what your circumstance is, what your environment holds, you can always do more, and that is what I realized through fitness. And I carry that mindset into my fitness coaching business now. There's always more that you can improve, and that was essential starting that fitness journey for my mindset overall now, being an adult. And it's crazy to think that was about 9 years ago now. So that's where I started. I gained a decent amount of muscle, and then what happened was I realized that I wanted to get bigger because I saw my friends going to the gym. I also wanted to go to the gym because they were lifting weights. They were actually making a bit more progress than I was because I wasn't necessarily a pro or a guru at calisthenics or bodyweight training at that point in time. I was pretty good, but I wasn't great. And so I was like, okay, let me mix in the gym with my bodyweight training, and I did so. That is kind of where the hybrid method, which is my style of training that I've essentially created myself, started. And I started to implement a hybrid approach where I was weight training and also working on bodyweight training. Loud car. And through that, I developed a love for doing all types of training, and I started to focus a little bit more on my weight training. However, there was a huge negative, I should say, that came with that. And that was the fact that I got too bulky, right? And let me look at my notes again because I don't really want to miss anything out on this video. And hopefully my phone's dead, so I'm just gonna have to freestyle it now. I'm not joking either. It needs a new screen protector too. So yeah, anyway, I bulked up when I was at the gym too much to the point where I was more immobile, and I couldn't do my usual sports that I was doing before, like my tennis, my football, all these types of things, my athletics even. And that really negatively impacted me more than I thought, because I realized that I've sacrificed being athletic for being bulky, and then now I'm not able to do as much. But I stuck to it, and I thought, you know what, let me just go for the bulking route. Let me bulk up, and sure enough, I got way too big. Say way too big for my boots. I mean, that's also true mentally too. And I started to really become sad and almost depressed that I couldn't do what I could before. I developed stretch marks as well that I still kind of have to this day. You can see they're kind of faint. That also led to a new level of self-consciousness. And to be honest with you, I took pictures of myself on this journey, and I ended up deleting them when I saw things like stretch marks, because I was that self-conscious. It was crazy. And I look back and I think I wish I kept those so I could tell the story now, but you can see the evidence, right? And I was even more self-conscious than before. And it didn't matter that I bulked up and now I was bigger, and people would say, oh, you're a big guy, even when I went on, you know, events out with my friends or whatnot. I would always be known as the big guy, the big friend, the bodybuilder, the muscle guy. That was me. And it's crazy going from skinny to that in quite a short space of time, to be honest. It was probably 2 years, right? It flies by when you're young too. And so now I'm 20 and I'm at university. I'm known as that muscle guy, the gym guy. And I was not happy with the way I looked. But then what happened was, I realized that my functionality was also just going down the drain day to day. Not only my mental strength, it was also physical as well. And I ended up picking up injuries because of that as well. I was not eating the right foods. I was getting takeaway just to bulk up, just to get more calories in. I was neglecting my mobility. I wasn't stretching at all. I was overtraining and not recovering enough, all of these things. And when you're young, this happens. Of course, you're going out with your friends and whatnot. And everything led to one another, combining together to the point where I was getting pretty bad injuries. I had a bad knee injury that was from running too much, because I was trying to, you know, not be too bulky. And I also had a bad sternum injury because I ended up trying to do weighted dips, but way too heavy for my body to handle. So my central nervous system kind of broke down as well. I was in a really bad place at that point. And my goal was that I wanted to get the world record for weighted dips. I could have done maybe if my approach was better. I got to about 130 to 140 kilogram weighted dips, which is insane, especially for being around 21, 22. And then it all came to a pit stop because, yeah, my central nervous system broke down, my sternum was injured, and it gave me problems, and I had to rest, I had to recover. And that's when I went back into calisthenics and bodyweight training, and I found a love for it again. That is when I really started to make content on calisthenics and bodyweight training, and how it pretty much changed my life. And not just bodyweight training, but all these types of training, because the weight training led to me rediscovering my love for bodyweight training and calisthenics. The calisthenics itself was the start of my journey, and so really developed my confidence and my discipline over time. And that is when I first started seeing results. And now I'm older, I'm more mature, I'm more patient. I know how to combine these things because I've experienced it. I've done powerlifting, I've done bodybuilding, I've done circuit style training, I've done more CrossFit style training, I've done calisthenics, any type of training, and I have a very broad understanding of loads of different sports. I know how to improve my hand-eye coordination, my balance, my control, my mobility. It's necessary for things like calisthenics, right? And so my understanding reached a new level, and that is when I started to even coach people as well and start my fitness coaching business, which has hundreds of people as my clients now, which is incredible. And I get to help people every day, which is extremely impactful for me and satisfying, because they can cut the guesswork out, you know? And I think that's invaluable. If you know someone that has been on a similar journey to you or understands your journey, then having someone there that you can rely on to talk to interact with, to ask for advice, it's one of the most important things and the most valuable thing that you can have. And I wish I had that when I first started training, because it would have led to minimal injury, a lot more patience, eliminate the stupid mistakes that I was making, and just enable me to actually build a physique that I was proud of without unrealistic expectations. It's easy to compare yourself these days to social media, and we've all been trapped into that mindset, but you have to work with what you have overall. And I think this video is really to show you guys that your journey is not going to be black and white. It's not going to be a smooth slope. You're not just going to go up like this in a upwards fashion. It's going to be full of bumps. It's going to be full of ups and downs. That's the whole point in the journey, because you learn not only about what you need to do, but you also learn about yourself, your mental resilience, your discipline, and who you are. And I think that if you can overcome all these setbacks and keep on going, you can't fail. Of course, you have to be realistic. Of course, you have to know your capabilities and your boundaries. We're all born differently. However, if you do understand that and you know how to push yourself to 100% without overdoing it, and knowing and understanding the basics of fitness and health, then you can really achieve anything that you want. And that is the message that I give to a lot of my clients, actually. And to be honest, my clients they're just like my friends now. I mean, I talk to them the same way I'll talk to you in this video. I'll talk to them the same way I talk to my friends. And it comes from a place of understanding. It comes from a place of wanting to help people. That is my life goal, and that is why I'm putting this video out there as well. I think this is just a spontaneous one. And it's because I value helping other people and seeing them surprise themselves with what they can achieve. Because a lot of people think that they can't achieve certain things, and they're completely wrong. You will surprise yourself with your maximum capabilities. You really will. I never thought I'd be able to do things like the human flag, handstand push-ups, the planche, which is in calisthenics if you don't know what that is. I never thought I'd be here in Dubai running my own fitness coaching business online and changing lives all around the world, having clients from every country that you can imagine. I never thought that I would have the amount of following that I do, people who appreciate me and my content. And I'm in a very blessed position, but I think it all stemmed from wanting to improve myself, work on myself, and that was all done through fitness. Now, I have a lean physique. I have the physique that I love. I'm so happy with it because I've put in the effort over the years. I worked on my mistakes. I built on my genetic advantages and also built on my genetic disadvantages to the point where I was happy with my aesthetics, my strength, my varied style of training. And everyone wants a different outcome, and that's fine. You just need to know what you want, and you need to be realistic with your expectations within fitness and health and understanding it, like I said, in order to get there in a realistic time frame and a healthy one too. You need to be healthy in order to reach that point. So yeah, now I have a lean, athletic, muscular, well-versed understanding of fitness, extremely well-versed. I've been through nearly everything you can imagine. And what I realized is a lean, athletic, muscular physique is the key to happiness for me. And I think it should be for most people. You don't need to be a bodybuilder. You don't need to be huge. You don't need to limit yourself to just one area of training. You can do everything. Why not do everything? That's the most fun thing, right? Because imagine being just well-versed in every element of fitness. Imagine your mobility is incredible. Your balance is incredible. You can do cool skills. Your strength with weights is insane. That's me. I can do all of those things without, obviously, I'm not trying to gloat, I'm just telling you. And this is ultimate happiness because you can train however you want. I could do circuit style training if I wanted to. I could lift weights. I could do calisthenics and cool skills. And I can teach people all these things too because I've been there, I've done it. And so really what I'm trying to get across, my point, is that you shouldn't limit yourself to one style of training. You should know what you actually want to achieve before you do it. You should understand fitness and health to a good extent before you make that decision. Understand the expectations and the discipline that you need to have. And once you can understand all those things, all you need to do is take action on it. You need to start walking, move towards your goals, like that bottle. And Be the water bottle. Take the risk, take the jump. Don't just stay stationary, right? Because if you do, life is gonna not reward you. Things happen fast. You might be 18, 19, 20, 21 right now. Before you know it, you'll be 24, 25, in your 30s. It goes so quick. And even in your 30s, my mind's working too fast, you've still got plenty of time, right? Yes, you're not as athletic as you were maybe, and your body doesn't function the way it was when you were 20 or in your mid-20s, but there's still so much you can do. There's so many different styles of training that you can start right now, today, right? Don't wait until you're dead to try these things. Do it. And you'll thank yourself, honestly. And I don't want to long this video out more than it needs to be, but I want to show you that, and I want to tell you that anything is possible when you really put your mind to it, and you can do all these different styles of training. You just need to know how to do it. Of course, I can give you a shameless plug right now and say, if you want to learn how to do it, go click the link in my description and book in a call with me. It's free. And it is. You can do that, and we can just have a normal chat like this about your goals, right? Of course. You don't have to, but if you relate to anything I said, feel free to do that. And if not, I have a free community as well with like-minded people who also want to improve, that are also inspired by what I do and want to reach this level. And you can also join that for free and apply for that in the description too. But if you've taken anything from this video, it's the fact that in life, anything is possible. You just need to be realistic with your approach. Not get too carried away on your ego. Be patient. And be present in the moment. Make sure that everything you do, you take in the information, you learn more about yourself, and keep on applying that information. Don't keep making the same old mistakes. A lot of people do that in this day and age, no matter what it is, whether it's in fitness or business or just life. Don't be that guy. Don't be that girl. But yeah, hopefully you learned something from this video, guys, and I appreciate you all, and I deeply care about all of you, and I want to see you succeed. And if you have any questions, feel free to drop a comment down below. And if you want to see more raw videos like this, leave a like. All right? Peace. Stay safe. God bless.